Hello, students, and welcome back. Today, we are going to start a new chapter that is Boating with Friends, and this is written by Jerome K. Jerome. So, this chapter is a excerpt, means a portion of the entire big drama. Okay? This is just a portion of the entire drama. It is a very long story, big story. So, this chapter deals with three friends, those who have gone for a boating trip on the river Thames. So river Thames is in London, like we have river Ganga over here, so they have river Thames. So those three friends are in a boat and they are planning for something adventurous the next morning. So let's start. They were three in a boat: Jerome, George and Harry. So these were the three friends, those who were on a boat, and they planned to spend a few days boating on the Thames. So they have already planned that they will be boating on the river Thames. The clock on the cabin wall showed 6 in the morning. For the past hour, Jerome and George had been sitting huddled up in blankets, sharing their experiences, some true and some not so true. So, what is the time? It is 6 in the morning, and for a past hour, means for past 1 hour, two of the friends, Jerome and George, they have been sitting up in a blanket, means huddled up, means the entire blanket is rolled up in them, and they are sitting there and they are sharing some true experiences, some not true. So whenever we are sitting and just chatting with the friends, we know that every time we share stories, they are not the true ones. Sometimes we just boast ourselves, sometimes we just try to show up of ourselves to our friends, so we just cook some stories up. So similarly they were talking. So when Jerome finished his narration, George set to work to wake up Harry with the point of an umbrella. Wake up, lazy bones. So what happened when they have completed their narration? So they are trying to wake their third friend up and saying just wake up, lazy bones. Alright. So why lazy bones? Because whenever somebody is too lazy to wake up, so we say a lazy bone. Alright. So they are poking him up with the umbrella that way, and they are waking him up. The third prod did it, but he turned over on the other side and he would be down in a minute. He was still dreaming. They soon let him know where he was, however, with the aid of at the boat hook, and he sat up suddenly. So what happened? They just tried to wake him up and he just did, but he was still dreaming. So they were soon telling him that let's go, and because it's already time, and they just with the help of the boat hook that was there on the boat, they just poked him and he was suddenly woken up. He is now awake. George pulled up the canvas and the three of them poked their heads out to look down at the water. They shivered at the sight. The idea agreed upon the night before had been that they would get up early in the morning, fling off the blankets, leap into the river, and a joyous shout and enjoy a long, delicious swim. Now that morning had arrived, however, the notion seemed less tempting. The water looked dark and chilly, the wind felt cold. So, now what happened? George had pulled up the canvas, means they were under the tent on a boat, so he just put up the canvas and they just tried to poke their heads out. It was so cold outside, they were poking out, means they are looking out very slightly outside the tent. And now when they looked down on the water, they all shivered. Why did they all shivered? Because it was too cold and nobody had that courage to go and dive in the water. So the last night when they slept, so they all decided that they would get up early in the morning and they would just fling off the blankets, means just throw their blankets like this, and they would leap into the water, they would jump into the water and will have a joyous shout. So when you all jump in the water, you all just start shouting out of joy, out of enjoyment, and they would enjoy a delicious swim. Means swim can't be tasty, but they will enjoy themselves a lot and they will swim a lot. But when in the morning they woke up, however, they did not try to do that. Why? Because it was all dark Dark means because it was a cold morning, a very cold morning, so everything was dark only, there was no light properly. And it was chilly. Chilly means it was bitterly cold, and everything was so cold outside that they were not now they were not in a mood to go and have a swim. So next what happened? Well, who's going in first? Said Harry at last. So everybody, when they were seeing outside, it was so cold that they were not in a mood to go and have a swim. So finally Harry asked that who is going first? Who is going to jump first in the water? There was no rush for precedence. Precedence means to go first. Like whenever there is a good food in your house and your mother asks who will eat first, so everybody will jump. But now there was no rush, means nobody was saying that I'll go first in the water, because everybody knew that the water was very cold. George settled the matter for himself. He sat down and started pulling on his socks. Harry said it would be messy to get into the boat again, so he started sorting his clothes and promptly dressed for the day. That left Jerome to decide what he was going to do. So first George, what did he do? He just started putting socks, means he just started wearing socks. That means now he is not going to jump in the water. Obviously nobody would wear so many clothes and jump into the water. Then what did Harry said? Harry said that it would be very difficult and it would be very messy and tiring to go back to the boat again. So he just started setting up its clothes and he just dressed up very nicely. That now for the day I am dressing up like this. Means they both have decided they are not going to jump in the water. So who was left? Only Jerome was left. And now he was there standing thinking what next he could do. It was Jerome's idea in the first place, and he desperately wanted to show that it wasn't a harebrained idea at all, though now he did not relish the plunge. Now what happened? So Jerome was standing there. Why? Because he was thinking. Because it was his idea last night to jump in the water and swim. So he wanted to show his friends that it was not just this idea, harebrained idea. What is the meaning of harebrained? Harebrained means silly or stupid idea. So he just don't want himself to be let down in front of his friends that इसका idea तो ऐसे ही था. It was a stupid idea to jump in the water. And secondly what happened? Secondly happened that now though it was his idea, but now he didn't have the courage, did not relish the plunge, means he did not have the courage to jump in the water again. Why? Because it was so cold. So he began to excuse for himself. So he also started making excuses that there might be snakes about or weeds. So he was saying maybe there are snakes or dangerous plants over there. But finally he then decided to save face by going down to the edge and just dipping his legs in the river. And but now because उसके friends उसका मजाक ना उड़ाएं, तो उसने क्या किया? He just decided to go to the edge, means किनारे तक जाएंगे, and then he will just dip his legs. He will not jump in the water. He will dip his legs in the river and he will come back. So he took a towel, crept out onto the bank and wound his way along onto the branch of a tree that dipped into the water. So what did he do? He just took his towel and slowly creeping, slowly walking on the bank, and he was walking along the branch. एक पेड़ की branch पे चढ़ गया, so that he could sit on that branch और अपने पैरों को क्या करेगा? He will dip inside the water. So everybody know that it was so cold. Nobody has the courage to go in the water. But why is this man trying? He is trying because he did not want to let down him. Let down himself means वो अपने आप को ऐसा छोटा फील नहीं करवाना चाहता था अपने फ्रेंड्स के सामने. So it was bitterly cold. The wind cut like a knife as he stood on the overhanging branch. So it was so cold, and जब wind blow कर रही थी तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि उसको उसकी बॉडी पर कट लग रहे हो नाइफ के. But still he went on the overhanging branch. Overhanging branch मतलब जो branch उस river के ऊपर hang कर रही थी. Then he started having second thoughts. He would meekly go back into the boat and rest. He decided to risk their jeers, but as he turned, the wicked branch gave way, and he and the towel went in together with a tremendous splash. He was out midstream with a liter of the Thames water inside him before he knew what had happened. So what happened now? Now, so when he was sitting on that overhanging branch and just having this second thought कि मैं jump करूँ कि नहीं. So at that point what happened? Suddenly when he was trying to go back to the boat and to dress up, not to jump in the water, that branch broke. टूट गई वो branch. And he along with his towel, he just went inside the water with a splash. Just imagine you are sitting on a branch और वो branch टूट जाए और आप कैसे गिरोगे, एकदम एक झटके से पानी में गिरोगे. So that sound is called a splash. So वो बेचारा इतनी ठंडी में, it is so cold, nobody is going inside the water, and वो भी नहीं जाना चाह रहा था, but अपने दोस्तों के सामने अपने आप को दिखाने के लिए he just tried to jump, but now he didn't jump. तो वो ब्रांच ही टूट गई. एंड विद अ ट्रिमेंडस स्प्लैश ही वेंट इनसाइड द वाटर एंड लॉट्स ऑफ वाटर केम ओवर. एंड देन बिफोर एनीबडी कुड थिंक व्हाट हैपेंड, it was just so cold. So I hope you have understood this much. In the next class we'll carry on to the next part. Read the chapter again on your own.